Avengers! Assemble.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the newest episode of Fandom Unchained. Today, guys, we're going to continue our dive into the world of The Last Kingdom. Yes, England is being born. We're there for it with season number 2, episode number 5. Let's get with Uhtred and the boys and handle some shit. Here we go. So we begin this episode in 3 years it has passed. Yes, big time jump this time, guys. It turns out Uhtred is handling some shit. It's been 3 years. He is cruising up with his crew, and they are going to stop these guys who have been raiding all these villages and take them out. So they get up to this fire that's brewing, and this fire is right there. These two guys are chilling by the fire. They kill them both. They pose one of them, so it looks like he's sitting there by the fire. His homies roll up with all these women and children that they have kidnapped to be slaves and sex slaves, and who else knows what else they're planning. But they go up and they go to talk to their homie, and boom, he falls over. Uhtred and his boys come through, kill all these motherfuckers, and free the women and children. Ethelwald has come to visit. He is not drunk for once. He says he's been sober for like 10 days. He snuck into Mercia, went to this Daneland area, and he saw a man named Bjorn rise from the fucking grave. He said Uhtred is supposed to be king of Mercia, and that Ethelwald is supposed to be king of Wessex, and that if Uhtred comes to him, this prophecy will come true, and blah, 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 blah. Then Ethelwald's run off when Alfred shows up, and Ethelwald takes off. Alfred shows up, and he kind of tells him, like, hey, we've heard shit's going down. We heard you killed the dude. And he's like, yeah, he was a thief 3 times over. Fuck that guy. That's not what we do. We have a trial. I just killed him. Shit happens. So then they talk about this group of rogue Danes that are cruising around just north of the Thames, and they're talking about these guys don't have a leader, and Uhtred points out that we need to hurry up and attack and kill these fools before they get a fucking leader, because they're going to. So Alfred says, no, we're not going to fight. Let's go ahead and send a priest to Ethelstan, which is Guthrum, the Dane that converted. He is the king over there, and so send him a word and tell him to take care of these rogue fools himself. And yeah, Uhtred ain't happy, but he ain't arguing, whatever. Ethelfled is excited, talking to her mommy about her getting ready to marry Ethelred, the leader of Mercia, and he's going to be a great husband and all this. She's really excited. She doesn't understand that he's a piece of shit. And then we get to hear Ethelred talking about how he's in a pivotal position. He's in between the Danes and Wessex, and Alfred needs him. So we get back to Wessex. Ethelwald is drinking again. They talk a little bit more about their bullshit over in Daneland. Then he gets to having a conversation with his wife. Uhtred and Gisela are talking, and basically he said Ethelfled's essentially being a whore because she gets sold. And he's all, that's what whores do, and that's what she's doing. Like, she's calling her a fucking whore. I'm like, thug life. So Uhtred and Beocca have a little bit of a moment. Uhtred is told by Beocca that I have to leave. I can't be around your sister anymore. I can't think of anything else. I can't even think about myself or praying. All I want to do is think of her all the time. And he basically gives Beocca, hey bro, why don't you go wed her and bed her? She loves you. Be with her, bro. Be happy. Go get some booty. And he gives away his sister. He basically gives him that, okay, man, I approve. You can marry my sister. Do it, Beocca. Get that booty. Uhtred and Ethelwald watch the douchebag Ethelred mosey into fucking Wessex, and they just both hate this motherfucker. He's such a tool. So Cedric had asked Uhtred to approve him marrying this woman. Uhtred says she's just a whore, quit giving her money. And then eventually, after talking to Gisela, Gisela tells him, like, yeah, you need to be nice and let him marry this girl. So Uhtred does approve it with Cedric and says, you can marry this woman, stop giving her all your money, but I need you to do a favor for me. Get the horses ready. And then Uhtred and Ethelwald sneak away, and they go to Daneland. They go to Mercia to see these Danes and see the dead man rise from the ground. Beocca then has a moment and asks Tura to marry him. She says yes. He's excited. Shit is getting good finally. So Uhtred and all of his crew roll up to this Daneland property where Ethelwald saw the dead man rise. They ask who's in charge. Then we get to see Heston walk up. Yes, the guy that Uhtred saved at the beginning of the 2nd season. We got to see in Ethelwich. He saved him, let him free. Heston is now here working for Siegfried and Eric, but he is running this spot, and they are going to have the priest come and show him the man that comes back to life and tells prophecies. But they have to wait a little bit. They have to wait for the priest to rest. He'll be in soon and they'll get it done. So they hang out and wait. Alfred finds out that Uhtred and fucking Ethelwald have gone into Mercia again, and he is not happy. At the same time, Bianca runs in. I have great news. I'm getting married. And they just, crickets, son. It's quiet. No one cares. So Eric and Siegfried begin to attack London. Shit is going down. Ethelstan is fucked because they're rolling up with a fucking big old armada of ships. It's crazy. And then back at the time, the priest shows up and it's time to do the ritual. They go out to this Christian graveyard. He said the guy can't rest because he's not a Christian. He's buried in a Christian graveyard. They sacrifice this dude who's stolen multiple times, and Uhtred even has to clarify, like, what did he do? Because he just got talked to by fucking Alfred. So yeah, what did he do? So yeah, he killed blah blah, or he stole like multiple times. Fuck it, boom. So they sacrifice him. His blood spills all over this grave. The grave starts breathing, and when this fucking happens, Finnick is behind him, and he just fucking starts grabbing his cross and shit. I'm like, damn, he's getting into it. So this dude comes up out of the ground. The little scrawny old fucking dead half looking motherfucker comes up out of the ground and comes over to Uhtred and tells him, Uhtred, you will be king of Mercia, blah, blah. Just tells him exactly what Ethelwald had told him. Then he goes back and dies back in his grave. And Uhtred thought ahead of this. He's like, if they're trying to play some bullshit on me, he sent Citric to go hide in the fucking bushes. So basically what happens is they go back with this new information that he's supposed to be king of Mercia and this shit needs to go down. It's prophesized. It needs to happen. The fates have fucking pulled it. And that Eric and Siegfried are attacking London right now. That was also told to him. So shit's going down. Uhtred doesn't know what to fucking do. And yeah, it's getting interesting. So this prophecy is told, but little do we know, or little do they know, Citric is actually in the woods and sees the old man come back up out of the dirt after everyone's gone. Yeah, prophecy my fucking ass. This is a setup. Now, guys, I personally enjoyed this episode. I know we did jump 3 years. We got to see Gisela and Uhtred have Uhtred, son of Uhtred, and his little daughter, and it's great. I'm excited to see these characters grow, and I love Gisela, so keep popping out them kids, girl. You sexy as fuck. But we get a lot of growth with a lot of characters. It was really cool to see Ethelwald not be drunk for like 10 days. That was pretty cool, and then he was drunk again. But I don't know, this whole prophecy thing right off the bat, I was like, I don't know what this means. And then Uhtred was smart enough to think ahead and plan to find out if it was fucking bullshit. And now he knows. So guys, let me know your thoughts on this episode down in the comments down below. I personally loved it. I thought it was great. This show is so phenomenal. I always tell people that haven't even heard of it, I'm like, guys, this is like another kind of Game of Thrones, but this one's more based on an actual event versus fantasy world. So this is how England was made. It's not exact, but it's still pretty cool just seeing that era. So guys, let me know your thoughts on this episode in the comments below. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the videos we put out every week. I will see you guys next time right here on Fandom Unchained for more Last Kingdom, guys. We're getting through them because they are going to bring out the fucking movie and I am in it, guys. Let's do this. So here we go. Later on, y'all. I'll see you next time. Peace out.